You're listening to Radio VR. I'm Crystal Park in Washington. After 3 reviews of the mass shooting at Washington's Navy Yard last year, the Pentagon says that incident could have been avoided. For more on this, we're now joined by Kurt Decker, who is the executive director at the National Disability Rights Network. Kurt, welcome.
Thank you.
Well, the Pentagon is saying that Aaron Alexis, who was the shooter at the Navy Yard, he killed 12 people last year in a gun rampage. They're saying that he had some severe mental health issues, and that if the DoD had done a better job of identifying those issues and treating those issues, that perhaps Aaron Alexis would not have gone on the gun rampage that he did. Kurt, is this an example of everything is much better in hindsight?
Well, I do think when reading the reports, it was disturbing to see that there were, I think, some pretty significant signs that this gentleman had some serious problems, and that it appeared to be more of a breakdown in the administration of their existing protocol and policies to try to deal with someone who was having, issues with their mental health. I hope that as a result of this, they will review their policies and train their managers to make sure that they are identifying these kinds of issues and dealing with them in a way that would really ameliorate the problem. Because I do believe that, what I've read in the reports, they do have those processes in place. But I have to say that the military, I think, has been slow to come to the table on some of these issues. I think we are all aware that they were very slow to understand PTSD with the returning veterans, and this has been a difficult problem for them to grapple with.
So, Kurt, you say there are some steps and policies that are currently in place that that deal directly with mental health issues with employees.
Well, there's a framework, I think, for all people with disabilities, including mental health issues. Number one, it's a balancing act. A person with a mental illness or other disability is entitled to have accommodations in the workplace to allow them to do their work. On the other hand, an employer, including the military, has the right to expect to have the essential functions of the job to be completed. So in this case, for example, this fellow claims they were hearing voices and was having all kinds of other difficulties. It seems to me that would raise questions of whether he was doing his job appropriately, and that should have triggered some intervention by his supervisors to look at the situation and see if what was happening to him was really affecting his ability to do his work, in which case they have the absolute right to intervene.